This week I want to talk about the holidays coming up and how sometimes I've noticed we can sort of over-service our children by answering for them, doing things for them that kind of takes away from their sense of independence and definitely isn't helpful for their self-esteem. So in Parent Magic, I discuss great practical ways to build independence. I'm going to discuss 3 of them today. So one of the ways is to not speak for them. So obviously when children are feeling a bit helpless, they don't know an answer to something, we tend to jump in and give the answer or say what we think they're wanting to say. But over time, you can imagine if we do this more than once, in a couple of days, then why would they? They're going to learn that why would they need to answer, because you're going to bring up the answer for them. So just be aware these holidays to not answer for children, even if it's, you know, them figuring out what they want to do or what they're wanting at a restaurant. Try not to answer for them, and that will build independence. A second thing is actually to offer choices. So to consciously offer them choices. And I know a lot of you know about my 3 choices recipe, either or. The magical words are you decide. So when you offer children a choice, they obviously feel empowered and they feel that they have a sense in the way they're getting things done. And this ultimately also leads to improving their independence. And when they feel more independent, more in charge of themselves, then that's when their self-esteem can also flourish. So I talk in this chapter 2, I'm just going to read a piece, that kids need to explore their own thoughts to be in their own space without you and without constantly being controlled. So think about what that means for you, letting your child just explore their own space and their own thoughts, and not being controlled by you. And sometimes, especially with little ones, we of course want to control them by, you know, trying to protect them. And yet even by giving them choices in the way they get things done, this is a way of stepping back from the control and letting them feel more empowered. And I've already said avoid answering and speaking for them. And a third one is encourage creative thinking. So when they ask you how to do something or what would you do, instead of giving an answer immediately, you can say something like, that's a really good question. I wonder what you think about it. Is there another way you could figure that out? Or encourage creative thinking even by playing games that encourage problem solving and creative thinking. So there are many beautiful games available. Some of them are online, but be careful that you're not feeding into a addictive type of online game that doesn't have much value. When you're encouraging creativity and independent thinking, you are involved because you know what the games are, but you're also helping them think about things. My Inner Magic Self-Esteem game, for instance, encourages creative problem solving, asking kids what would they do in situations, what would they say, what would they feel.